Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and you know, one thing that never ceases to amaze me is the sheer and utter stupidity that we see from shady game developers and asset flippers when it comes to fair critique of their products on the Steam storefront. Now, we've seen everything from spurious DMCAs to targeted abuse to fake reviews. However, one of the things that I never thought I would see is an asset flipper so worried about their inventory on the Steam storefront that they would attempt to directly weaponize their Steam trading card bot farmer customers in Russia in order to try and get a YouTuber shut down over a negative review. Well, that's exactly what was attempted against fellow YouTuber Zaxtor99, but to just throw that out there is to miss a plethora of bullshit that has spanned quite a while. So let's go on a journey of discovery together, you and I, as we see all of the insanity that this so-called developer is engaged in when it comes to Zaxtor99. Now, Zaxtor99 reached out to me directly on Monday in regards to this issue, but at that point, the major ridiculousness hadn't happened yet, and using the forceability future foreseen, I was able to divine that there was more fuckery to come, and unfortunately, I was right. Now, this all started when Zaxtor99 posted his review of the abomination on your screen now, which is the game Plane War, an exceptionally basic asset flip, the likes of which have become all too common on the Steam storefront thanks to Valve's ridiculous lack of quality and standards on their site. Zaxtor99 rightfully and with full justification dutifully lambasted this terrible thing's very existence, and in the beginning of his video, he also pointed out how the poster of this particular piece of Steam trash had been posting multiple new titles each month to the Steam storefront until between the span of March and April, he had a total of 9 of these abominations posted onto Steam. Zaxtor99 also showcased how the game was, as of its launch date, being sold on Russian gray market sites for $0.50, which is not uncommon with these particular products. Now, the person posting these products, Sovkey, took great exception to this video, which again isn't exactly anything new from these types of scum. However, how he handled it was a bit unique, as I stated in the beginning of this video. Now, with a stereotypical carrot and stick mentality, he first tried using the carrot, in which Sovkey directly attempted to bribe Zaxtor99 to take his video down for the titanic sum of $10, which, let's face it, is more of an insult than anything else. Of course, the bribery attempt failed, and so Sovkey decided to try and protect his assets, as there's no telling what might catch the attention of Valve, and decided to break up his 9 games amongst different sock puppet developer accounts. Boat Adventure and Bunny Hop are now suddenly under the developer name Easy Game Studio. Cyberfight and Crazy Road now showed up under the developer title Cosmic Dev. Plane War and Jungle Journey, which he couldn't even be bothered to spell Journey correctly, went under the developer name Pavel Chernov, and the old Kazulka and Walls in the Dead were suddenly developed by Mikas SV, and Shark went under Trinity Gaming. There was also yet another sock puppet developer that I can't pronounce because I can't even read it that pushed out 2 more titles, Empire of the Dead Souls and Mutants Must Die. And how do we know this is another sock puppet of Sovkey's? Well, Sovkey was kind enough to include his own name in the video trailer for Empire of the Dead Souls, and we have to ask the question there, how many Sovkeys are on the Steam storefront? My first guess would be not many, followed closely by far more than there should be. Sovkey, now thinking that his assets were protected and hidden from visibility, which goes to show just how moronic this person really is, then messaged Zaxtor99 telling him that 17,000 reports had been filed against Zaxtor99's YouTube channel. It also turns out that Sovkey had posted on his VK page, which is essentially Russian Facebook, a promise of a free copy of Plane War, the same title that he was selling for 1.5 cents. Now, if people would go file a complaint against his YouTube channel, and judging from the snip that was grabbed before Sovkey tried to cover his tracks, there were 82 comments on that post, which means there were most likely 82 people that had falsely reported Zaxtor99's YouTube channel just for his having the temerity to rightfully critique a garbage video game and call out the dev's shady behavior. Oh, and then a mysterious Russian posted a negative review on Zaxtor's own game on the Steam storefront, Laserball. However, it was apparently investigated by Valve, and given Sovkey's actions and the timeliness of it, the negative review was removed by Valve after Zaxtor presented a strong enough case to show that the review was retaliatory in nature. And this behavior is troubling for a lot of different reasons. Most notably is for the risk posed to Zaxtor99's YouTube channel. Zaxtor is not a large YouTuber. He doesn't get a lot of views, but there is one thing that is undeniable, is that he is passionate about what he does. He honestly cares, as so many of us do, about the junk that floods the Steam storefront that has all but strangled the indie market on Steam. Currently, the vast majority of titles that go up on Steam are asset flips or lazy minimum viable titles that are there to simply garner easy money through key sales on the gray market, and for many of them a chance at getting Steam trading cards enabled, which would turn them into instant money printers. Now, as it stands, many of these titles serve as cheap fuel for bot farmers to generate more accounts and get them past the threshold so they can be money generators for those Steam bot farms. The people like Sovkey don't care about quality. They don't care about producing anything worthwhile in the slightest, and from his actions here, he certainly doesn't give a damn about any form of moral or ethical behavior and is solely concerned with protecting his $900 investment. But at the end of the day, I myself blame Valve for all of this nonsense. They are the ones that have opened up the floodgates to the point where the storefront is now drowning in these low-quality money printers. Completely unwilling to engage in any form of quality control whatsoever, you can literally post whatever the hell you want to the Steam storefront so long as it has an EXE and you pay your $100, which is nothing to these asset flippers, as we've seen time and time again. It's also why I myself have slowly moved away from covering asset flips and dirty devs like these on the Steam storefront, because it's always the same thing. Despicable excuse for a human being posting a never-ending cavalcade of fecal matter onto the Steam storefront, invariably Russian, sometimes also posting fake reviews or review for key deals, selling hundreds of thousands of keys on the Russian gray markets and other sites similar to G2A. Hell, it wouldn't even surprise me if they bought keys for their own games using stolen credit cards in order to wash the funds. After all, who cares if there's a chargeback, right? You generated the keys for free, so it's not like you're out anything at all. Steam has become nothing more than a money laundering site for Russian asset flippers, and it has honestly gotten so bad that it's scarcely worth trying anymore. Valve has already shown qualitatively that they give absolutely zero fucks about any of it, and if the storefront no longer cares at all about the quality of the products on their shelves and the quality of the people that they do business with, like Sovkey, Andrew Watt, Burny, Silicon Echo, Digital Homicide, and so many others, then it's no small wonder that so many people are throwing up their hands in disgust. But there are people out there like Zaxtor99 that are still fighting the good fight, and I myself do turn my eye back to Steam every once in a while, but I'm far more selective about what to pursue than I used to be, not out of any lack of resolve, but because there's just too much for any one person to cover. It's beyond reprehensible at this point, and this is yet one more indication that these asset flippers will put far more effort into silencing fair critique of their products than they do into the actual products themselves. There will be a link to Zaxtor99's channel down in the description below if you want to go check him out. Passionate YouTubers seem to be a rarity these days, so who knows, you might like him. I know I do. And as always, please do feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell as YouTube keeps making people jump through more and more hoops. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.